I always talk about smog words. Actually, it's schmong.
Smog words.
Smog words, yes. So should, must, ought, and got.
Ah.
And there's also have to and need, but schmong doesn't sound as good. But because need is my big one. It comes up in my life all the time. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I talk about them being words of shame and obligation. But it's external. They're things that we have this idea that there's this external force that's saying, I should clean the kitchen. I should take my children to football every week. I must do this. We ought to do that. We've got to do this. And they're disempowering words.
Yeah.
And they make us feel heavy and like we're failures because we don't do what we should. Then what does that say about us? If we don't do something we ought to do, what does that say about us? And even if we do, well, you only did what you should have done. There's no in that. There's no pat on the back. It's all heavy, and there's no reward. If we can change those into either what I call well words or wise words. So well words, want, enjoy, like, and love. If we can focus on why should we do that? Well, we should do that because I want to do this. Then can we bring that want back in and say, well, I want to do that because I want to achieve that? Can we make it something that's aspirational? Sometimes that's too hard. And sometimes that's why I use wise words. So wise, intelligent, sensible, or effective. So instead of it being something I should do, is it wise that I do this? Is it important that I do this? Intelligent, important, I think is what I usually say. Sensible or effective. Wise, important, sensible, or effective. That I do things. Because again, if you do something wise, what does that say about you? There's a pat on the back. And there's more of a movement forwards if you're doing that, if you're phrasing it in that way, and it feels more positive and more empowering.